Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Me Miss Makeup. In this video I'm gonna show you how to crochet this beautiful velvet headband. It's a twisted headband, really nice. This is another style. I made another one from a while ago. I'm gonna link it in the card description box down below if you want to go and check it out. But this one with a different style, and I'm gonna show you everything about it. It's so amazing. You can wear it anytime during summer or winter, but for me I really love wearing these because it really helped to keep my ears warm in winter, but it's really nice and suitable for every time during the year. And as you can see, like a bow or something. And this makeup look will be in the card description box down below if you want to go check it out again. And let's start our project. Okay guys, let's start our project. And as you can see, this is the velvet yarn I'm gonna use in this video. It was like from another project, the rest of the yarn from another project, so I decided to use it to make this velvet headband. You don't have to buy like a certain thing for this headband because it doesn't take a lot of yarn, but this one or this yarn is kind of thin. It's not that thick like any other velvet yarn that I used before. This one is kind of thin, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna double the strands and it will fit. Believe me, it will be more than enough to do this project. I'm gonna double the strand to give me the thickness that I want from this velvet. So yeah, I'm doubled, but of course you can use it whatever you want. But with doubling this strands, I'm gonna use 6mm crochet hook. But if you want to use it one single strand with this thin yarn, you can use like a 4, maybe 3.5, but 4 would be perfect with this thin yarn. But for me, 6 is beautiful. Okay guys, let's start. As you can see, I have a double strands here. I have it together and ready to start our work. So the first thing, of course, I'm gonna make a slip knot to start my work. Here we go, using my 6mm hook to finish it. And now I have 2 strands as one single yarn that I'm gonna work with. So now I'm gonna start working 12 chains as a start, because this is the width that I want for my headband. Of course you can increase or decrease the number of the chains. As you decrease or increase the number of the chains, you change the width that you want for your headband. But for me, 12 is more than enough with this crochet hook. And as you can see, this is what I want. Okay, so let's start our first row. So I have 12 chains now. I'm gonna make another one and I'm gonna work on this one. This one will be the elevation of each row. And now I'm gonna go one back to my 12th one and go and make kind of a half double crochet. And as you can see, I'm making half double crochet, but normally we go half double crochet and yarn over again and take the yarn through the 3 loops. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the third loop on the hook. This one I'm gonna take it through the other 2 loops that I have on my hook and finish my half double crochet. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. So I'm yarn over, go through the chain, and then grab the yarn, go through it. As you can see, I have 3 loops. I'm gonna take this one and go through the other 2 loops that I have on my chain. I'm gonna always take the third one and go through the other 2 chains or other 2 loops that I have on my hook. Normally we yarn over and take it to finish my half double crochet, but this is the trick that change the shape of the half double crochet and make the ribbed pattern that I want for this band or headband. Makes it more like having more texture and looks more beautiful. So I'm gonna continue doing this until I finish my 12 chains. So each row will have 12 stitches or 12 chains. Okay, almost there. So now I am at the last chain, and this is my 12th one. And this normally happens. Just do it again, and here we go. So now I finished my first round. As you can see, looks like a half double crochet but a little bit dense and more textured. So now going to row 2, chain 1, and flip my work. So the chain 1 that I made is the elevation of each row, and as you can see, I have kind of a V shape on the back of my work. Looks beautiful. This is the texture that will make the ribbed pattern, and above there the chains don't get confused. Okay, this is the back of the work, and normally we go in here and take the whole chain, the front and back loops together of the stitch to build our work. That's what I'm gonna do. So I have my chain 1, the extra chain 1, and then I'm gonna yarn over and then go through the first chain from the previous row and grab my yarn, and again do the same thing, take the third loop and go through the other 2 loops on my chain, on my hook, and continue doing the same thing. Okay, and again, as you can see, I'm taking the whole V shape or from above, which is the chain or the full chain or the whole chain from the last row. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say, because it's kind of hard to explain that one. But what I'm doing now, I'm just continue the same work on the rest of my row. And now I am on the last stitch, and as you can see, this one is the chain 1 that I made every single row. Okay, you can leave it. If you leave it, you will have kind of a reduced number of your the stitches in each row, and it will look bad. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and make a stitch in this one as normal and finish that. So by doing this, okay, this is because I have 2 strands, 1 flip out. So by doing this, you will have a straight line on each side, and you will always have 12 chains or 12 stitches in each row. As you can see, it begin to have a little bit of a pattern. It will be obvious on the next few rows. So yeah, let's continue. Okay guys, let's start the third row as usual. Okay, I'm gonna make chain 1 and flip my work, and as you can see, there's a V shape in the back of the work as normal, and I have another V shape at the top. This is the hole that I'm gonna go in to make my chains or make my stitches. And again, I'm gonna leave the first one, go to the second one, yarn over, and make the same thing that I did in the last couple of rows. I'm not gonna do anything new, just repeating the same thing. And again, doing the same thing, yarn over and take the third loop through the other 2 loops that I have on my hook, and repeat the same stitch until I reach this row. I just want to show you how it's gonna look like after I finish a couple of rows, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in that last stitch here, because here it will be a little bit obvious from the other row. Okay, as you can see, this is a last stitch, which is the chain 1 that we make in every single new row. I'm gonna go here. It's a little bit obvious here from the first one. That's why I wanted to show you how it looks like. And again, I'm gonna repeat the same stitch I do to finish my work, and I ended up with 12 stitch in each row. Okay, and this is what it work. And as you can see, begin to have a little bit of sweet, nice, not too prominent ribbed pattern of this velvet headband. It's really nice, soft ribbed pattern, kind of really good. So this is the 4th row. I'm gonna speed it up because I'm doing the same thing. I'm not doing anything new as the last 3 rows. Just wanted to show you how it's gonna look like after I finish a couple of rows, because it will be a little bit different. Of course, the ribbed pattern will be a little bit obvious with the small piece. As you can see, looks beautiful, dense, and like bulky and beautiful. I really love this stitch, really good. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna finish the whole length around my my head. I'm coming back to show you everything and how to seam it to make it wearable and beautiful. Okay guys, as you can see, I finished my headband and ready to be seamed. And as you can see, I finished about like 30 rows for this beautiful headband. As you can see, the ribbed pattern is so soft and beautiful. Of course, for the number of the rows, you can increase or decrease as you want. For me, I have kind of a small head, so 30 was more than enough for me. If you had a bigger head or you're gonna make it for a male, you're gonna increase it, or you're gonna make it for a child, you cannot decrease the number of the rows. But for me, 30 is more than enough. So as you can see, I have my work. I didn't fasten off, I didn't cut the yarn. So it's time to cut the yarn. I'm gonna take a nice tail because I'm gonna use it to seam my headband. And now I'm gonna use this beautiful big tapestry needle. You need it because you have kind of a bulky, thick yarn, so you need something that big. And take that tail. Before doing anything, I'm gonna fasten off my work. I always love doing this, trying to decrease the number of the tails and the finishing process for me while crocheting because it takes a lot of time to finish everything. So if I can seam or finish my work without cutting the yarn as much as I can, I'm doing it. Here was like a little bit of mistake, so I'm like correcting to fasten off correctly. And here we go, fasten off my work, and now my work is ready to be seamed, and I closed everything and everything is perfect. So as you can see, this is the wrong side we're gonna work on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now to make this twisted beautiful headband, I'm gonna just apply like against each other like this, and then I'm gonna like make it like a sandwich. Okay, I'm gonna have like a two halves here and another two halves, like holding or hugging the other two halves. You know what I mean? I hope you can understand. As you can see, so I have two halves on each side, just going like this on each other. So I have kind of a 4 rows or 4 sides that what I'm gonna seam all together to make the twisted band. Okay, I'm taking my time to make it perfect. There's no right or wrong, but I'm trying my best to make it like equal each other. I'm just turning the work because I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna go from right to left. If you are left-handed, go the other side, but for me this is easier. And just here I'm trying to make everything like beautiful and equal as possible. I take my yarn to the like this outer side to make it like easy for me to seam, and then I'm gonna go from this to this like the most end, because the most end is kind of the hardest part to take it inside the work. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go like back and forth and make sure I'm taking the whole like 4 rows or 4 sides with me in each, going back and forth. Okay, I have 4 here, and take the yarn and seam it. Now I'm going back, kind of a zigzag kind of a stitching, and make sure I have the 4 rows with me or the 4 sides, and going back. There's no right or wrong, just make sure you're taking the 4 sides with you so you have a nice neat seaming when you finish everything and flip the work. It will look so beautiful. There's no like imperfection in the work. Okay, you do your best. So here we go, I'm trying to go in and taking the 4 sides with me. Okay, I didn't want to speed it up, it's just to make you like so you can see what I'm doing perfectly. Here we go, and almost at the end, and make sure I'm taking the end. And here the third one was a little bit lost in between. I'm trying to reach it to take it with me on my seaming, and here we go. Okay, so now I finished seaming. Make sure the sides or the ends is perfect. Here we go, and that's it. You can stop here, but for me, I love to make everything perfect as much as I can to make sure it will be secured and it will not go anywhere when I use it, wash it, and wear it. So I'm gonna do the same thing again, but of course here I'm gonna go back and forth because I know I have my 4 rows or my 4 sides perfectly seamed, so I'm just like making sure it's more secure. That's it. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, here we go, almost there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna make sure that I secure everything, make 2 knots at the end before I cut my yarn. Okay, here we go, first knot. And be careful with the velvet yarn because it's a little bit slippery. So what I'm gonna do now before cutting my yarn, it's very important because if I cut my yarn here, it will go everywhere. I'm gonna go back and forth inside the work or inside the seaming just like this, okay, and then go back like this, hiding a part of my tail before cutting my yarn. That will make it like put forever. And as you can see, I'm gonna take my scissors and cut the yarn just beside my seaming. Now no matter what I do, it will stay in. Of course, this tail I'm gonna hide it the same way inside my work, but this is the wrong side. Okay, now flip it. As you can see, this is the right side. Looks beautiful. You have a kind of a bow, kind of a twisted headband with a soft ribbed pattern. This is so beautiful, as you can see. This is the headband, and now I can use it, making sure that it will not go anywhere, the seaming will not be insecure, and it will be beautiful. So this is for this headband. I really hope you like it. I really hope you like the pattern, how it looks, and I hope this video was helpful and was easy for you, especially if you are a beginner. And I hope you enjoyed it, and if you made this one, please let me know in the comment section down below how it turns out with you. I'll be so happy to read your comments, and happy crocheting, everyone. So this is for this video. I really hope you like it, and of course, as usual, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share the video with your friends if you like it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. These links will be in the description box down below, and don't forget to hit the bell button so you have a notification every time I upload a new video on my channel. And I'm gonna see you soon in my next video. I love you so much. Bye.